Morning champs, welcome back. Right, yesterday I started a new little project under here. Right, bit of backstory. In the autumn last year, my lovely wife bought a kitchen table from a second-hand shop. Bit of a theme on this channel. Yes, she bought a second kitchen table. We already had a kitchen table, but she found a very nice other kitchen table, which was in pretty sorry condition. However, it costed a grand total of about 12 quid. Yeah, I don't know what it was, $13. It was 150 kroner anyway, for a kitchen table. Not too bad. So I started sanding it yesterday, and stupid me didn't really think about how big of a difference it was going to be. It was battered and looked horrible, and now it looks somewhat all right, actually. I didn't take the camera with me yesterday when I was sanding it. I thought, I'll catch you guys up after. But actually I should have done, because here was a little progress picture. So as you can see, the difference has been massive, and it had all these ugly stains and stuff on it, which I've managed to pretty much take away just by sanding it once. So I'm going to sand this top board again, and I need to sand down the sides and stuff as well. I've not done that yet. And then we've bought some. It's like varnish sort of thing in a dark oak colour. It's called. So, yeah, I think it's going to be really good. It's one of those extendable ones as well. So you can actually pull it out and it becomes like a decent-sized table. But obviously for us, who lives quite small, nice little size, I think. Like I said, we have already got a kitchen table, but that one is battered. Is very battered and almost beyond... I don't want to say beyond repair, because nothing's beyond repair in this household, let me tell you. But this one is a little bit bigger, and yeah, I think we can do a really nice job of it. Whether I get around to varnishing it today or not, I don't know. I might leave that task to my lovely wife in the coming week, because this week coming, Bella is starting preschool. Nervous, I think. Weird. Completely her decision, and she's decided that her parents are boring. Fair enough. Now that Charlie's in school pretty much every day, well, Monday to Friday at least, she spends all of those mornings obviously just with us, and I think she's ready for the next step. So that's going to take up most of my week next week. I'm in schooling her, so it's going to be really exciting. So Malin's going to have quite a bit of time on her hands, I think. She's going to catch up on some work and catch up on some table varnishing. But let's crack on with this and see if we can make a nice little table out of it. I mean, like, even on the sides, look, it's making a massive difference. There you can see where I've just sanded next to where it hasn't been sanded. It's just gammy. It's like there's like a layer of just old crap on it. It's dead satisfying when you can see how it's going to look. I think it's going to be really good. There you go, look, there you can probably see the difference quite clearly, really. That's obviously unsanded versus sanded. Get that for a difference, eh?
I know.
It's going to be fantastic, that, isn't it?
I know, it looks lovely.
We went for dark oak varnish.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be fantastic, that is.
Yeah, it's going to look really good.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Definitely need 2 layers though.
It's going to need 2 layers,
dry
yeah.
and uneven and stuff, but...
Yeah, to be expected, I think that. You're going from light to dark, aren't you?
Yeah.
I think it'll dry quite a lot lighter than that as well.
Yeah.
I think it'll be lovely.
Yeah.
Exciting?
Yeah, very.
It's not much better than a $12 table, is there? Kitchen table.
I know. To be fair, if you look around this house, all second-hand, all cheap, or handed down to us.
Yeah.
I don't think we got, except the new kitchen.
Yeah.
I don't think we got anything that's like brand new.
Well, the coffee table was brand new about 8 years ago.
I was going to say,
That's probably the only thing in this entire house that we've actually bought.
the bed, if you look at that, but that's probably 11 years. We bought that in our first apartment, I think.
Yeah.
That bed.
Tramps we are, aren't we?
No, we are buying stuff that lasts forever.
Yeah, there you go.
And if you buy it second hand, it's obviously had quite a few years on its neck, so it is stuff that lasts forever.
Yeah, there you go. Look how nice it's going to look.
I know.
It's perfect.
I think it feels nicer to do this than to go out and buy a brand new from like a shop like that.
I think it's more satisfying, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a lot of satisfaction in it. It's nice to be able to give something a second life. It costs so much less. All it costs you is a bit of extra time to put some love into it.
Yeah, and then it also feels more satisfying because you put the time and love into it.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I think it's nice. Plus, it's quite environmental friendly. You don't go out and buy just new and stuff all the time. Like you reuse stuff.
Yeah.
Which is good in this day and age, to be honest.
Spot on. Yeah. And then the other update is you've put your window frame on, haven't you?
Yeah.
We've decided to go for terracotta.
Yes, because
And it definitely wasn't just because we had some terracotta paint left.
it like is a combination, to be honest. But I didn't love the colour on the wall. Like to start with, we thought that the colour of the wall would be like so nice, and we were going to use it on all the skirtings and everything on this side, and maybe even on the skirtings all the way around the room. But I don't love it.
We're a little bit disappointed with it, aren't we?
Yeah. I think it looks too white, but also you got a tone of yellow in it.
Yeah.
So when it's next to, like when you look at it next to the ceiling, it is completely white. I just don't love it.
No.
So
we thought it was going to be more like a sandy colour, didn't we? Like a little bit more grey tones in it, I guess.
Yeah. So now when it's like up on the wall and not just on like a little sheet that you look at in the shop, it's not what we wanted. Maybe it's not so bad that we would redo it. But we're rethinking the skirtings and stuff like that. So I thought it's better that the window matches each other. So it's all terracotta on the windows. And then the skirtings around the room, I think we're going to do in a grey, maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that, just to not go and buy more of the paint that we didn't love.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that seems a bit silly.
Yes. I reckon those windows look fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, obviously now, it's still wood on the actual windows themselves, which it's not going to be. It's going to be white. So that's going to make a difference when that's done.
Yeah.
But that looks really nice, I think.
I do. I like it.
Spot on, mate.
I think it looks nice. It's actually a nice break between the white and the terracotta.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think it will look nice even if it's not what we plan to start with.
I think it'd be spot on, my darling.
How long was I inside for? I went inside when it was sunshine. Now it's snowing.
It's snowing. Welcome to Sweden, mate. It's just all of a sudden dropped really cold as well.
Yeah,
like literally like freezing for some reason.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I just went inside to grab the camera and say, oh, let's check on Tom how he's going with the table. And I was going to tell you the whole story. Tom videoed me when I was putting the varnish on it.
Oh yeah. And
now
we're
it's
sanding
not.
it again. It turned out so bad. It's awful. We've been going on with this table for a week.
Yeah.
We think we're dead smart as well. We're like, oh, we'll spend 12 quid on a table, $13 on a table, save ourselves some money, put in an extra hour's work. And honestly, if you count the man hours, it would have been cheaper for us to go and buy a brand new oak table for like $3,000.
I know, but if it worked the first time we did it, it would have been good.
Yeah.
But now, and also you took it outside 10 minutes ago because it's sunshine, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go out and try and find like the spring clothes for the kids.
No, it's snowing.
I don't know, can you have this outside when it's
I need
snowing?
to stick it in now.
Yeah. It's like one of these comedy shows.
It
where
is.
Like,
Somebody's like laughing at us.
We're
like,
just carrying this fucking table in and out all day.
oh, quick, the table's out. Chuck some snow at them.
Oh, stupid.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Yeah,
do
we
this
win,
then.
yeah.
Let's take this inside. man has lost his sanity.
Oh, mate, honestly, I don't know how many times I've sanded this table now. It must have been 20 times.
Yeah,
It's
and
had-
I've spent a few hours on it as well.
Yeah, I mean, altogether.
Yeah.
Basically, after you'd varnished it, we'd seen that it had these like small spiral marks from the sander. We thought, oh, we're using an old crappy sander. We needed a new one for ages. Must be that. Apparently not. Apparently not. So we went out and bought a nice new sander that we'd been looking at for ages, and it's done the same thing. So now we took it all the way back to like rough sandpaper and worked our way up to the fine stuff exactly like you meant to. Been really patient and done it dead slow and everything. And it's still got all these like micro scratches in it. So I don't know whether it's us not having the right technique or if it's an overly sensitive, like the wood is soft or whatever.
Yeah. Like the first time, it was very, like after I put the varnish on, it was very obvious like rings on it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And then I sanded loads by hand.
Yeah.
And then we put a little bit of varnish on it to
Yeah.
try it. And it looked a bit better.
Yeah.
We just had like the tiny ones. And then we got picky. And then we're like,
Yeah.
let's redo it completely. Like if it's little bits, then let's just make it good. And now we made it worse again.
Yeah. I think we got in our own heads a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like once you put the varnish on, you're going to see these little tiny scratches.
If it's little ones, I
Everywhere.
don't care. But when it's like the circles,
Yeah.
it's that obvious that it's from like,
A sander.
yeah, like the little ones. There was the second time you could really have lived with.
Yeah.
Now, in hindsight.
In hindsight, yeah, we should have just left it. So I don't know. If you've got any suggestions, let us know. Because we've been really patient and really done it
Yeah.
properly, not put too much pressure on the sander, done it lightly. Now we've worked from rough to smooth, and it's, I don't know. So I don't know. We'll see. But after this go, we're gonna varnish it, whatever happens, and then if it looks crap, it's going to the tip.
Yeah. All right. You keep doing this. I'm gonna go out and see what the kids are doing.
I don't know if I can sand it inside though, can I? Can be a layer of dust everywhere.
Yeah, you did sand it inside yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, and it was a layer of dust everywhere.
I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, so I suppose I'll sit and have a cup of tea. Wait for it to stop snowing.
Alright, so while Tom is having fun with the table and the new sander, I'm gonna go and take care of some trees that's fallen down in the forest behind us. Like, it's not really needed right now, obviously, because you can't use the wood until like next winter. So even though it's not really the weather for it, I thought it's really nice to be outside for a bit. I've been inside working all morning. The kids wanted to be outside. Hello!
I'm gonna make some more on my
Yeah.
yard.
Nice. They're painting
Different one.
the pump house.
Yes,
So,
because I thought it wasn't so nice. Because now it's a nice beige. It doesn't look so very beige on here when it's not white. But when it's white, look.
yeah, it looks spot on, mate. You're really good.
Where we painted, it looks very white paint.
Yeah, it looks
Doesn't
brilliant. Brilliant. So while the kids are painting and Tom is sanding, I'm gonna go into our forest and cut some of the trees that's fallen down throughout the winter, just to have something to do, really, to be honest. It's really hard to start projects outside at the minute because obviously it's snowing on and off, and there's still a lot of snow and ice on the floor, so it's not much to do. So I'm gonna cut these trees up. Already started a little bit. All right, let's see where you can be while I'm doing this. All right, battery in the saw is dead. So I guess that's it for today. Got almost a full wheelbarrow at least. Ah. And now I think I'm gonna go and have a cup of tea. Deal with the rest of this another day when I've charged some batteries, both mine and the saw probably. We got about, except this one, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4 more just from where I'm stood now that's fallen down throughout the winter. So obviously we need to take care of that at some point, but don't have to happen today. And some of these I think is too big for our little saw, so I think we could do with getting a bigger saw for the spring, to be honest. But got some done. Some is better than nothing, innit? Apparently we got another battery, yay. So I guess I just dump this outside there, the little wood storage, I don't know what it's called, via wood. In there, I'll dump it, and then I'll get some more done, I guess. How thoughtful of Tom to share his second battery with me.
When I said just dump it somewhere outside the door, didn't mean literally just dump it outside the door.
You said where it's dry, that's the only spot it's dry, mate. Leave me alone. Alright, as you might understand, it's, well, first of all, it's too wet to use now anyway. Second of all, you can't just use the big logs like that, you need to chop it. And I do not use an axe, so I'm gonna leave that for Tom to do. That's why I'm just dumping it outside, because he did tell me to. I'm not just being rude, I promise you. Even though he will tell you I'm just being rude. Alright, morning team. So obviously yesterday you saw that Tom was sanding this table. I don't know how many times he sanded it, to be honest, but many. So in the end yesterday we were like, that's enough. We're just gonna leave it at this now, and if there's marks, there's marks. It's still gonna be good. It's better than it was before, and it's gonna be better than the table that we got right now. So I put a layer of varnish on last night, and now I'm gonna put a second layer on, and then it's just gonna have to be finished, because now we've had enough. So that's my plan this morning. Charlie's in school and Bella is starting preschool this week, so Tom and Bella is gone for like, I don't know what you call it in English, but like the startup week, so that means that Tom is with Bella all day at preschool. And that's the plan this whole week, I think. But anyway, I'm gonna do the table. I'm gonna show you, because there's still a few marks. I'm gonna show you what we mean, and then I'm gonna get started. Feels weird to work in peace and quiet, to be honest. Not used to that. It's gonna be weird now when Bella actually starts preschool. Obviously we've always had the kids at home, and then it was a massive change when Charlie started school. And now, if we're gonna be without kids for a few hours a day, it's gonna be so weird. I'm gonna get so much done. Bella had her first day yesterday, and she was jumping around telling us about her day, which is lovely to see, because she's been quite not really ready to be without me and Tom. So for her to say that she wanted to start preschool and was actually happy to be there is a massive, massive thing for us. I think it's going to do her really good, to be honest. And the fact that she was like buzzing when she came home yesterday, and she was like, oh, I played with this friend and I've done this, and it's lovely to see, to be honest. Hard thing is the edges, because it's so easy that it leaves like a little mark. I think I've done it all right. I feel like we are finally getting somewhere, actually, in this household. For a little while it felt like we were just going, like we took one step forward and 2 steps back. Now I feel like we are
moving forward, which is nice. It's a nice feeling. Obviously the walls are painted and finished in that way. We got the skirtings up around the windows, which feels nice. Just that makes it look a lot more finished. We've not found the skirtings that we want around the ceiling or the floor, which obviously makes it still look like a renovation site, to be honest. And we can't decide what colour to have. To start with, we said we wanted this coconut, but we're not loving it. So now we don't really know what to do, because I think it's not going to look nice to have the terracotta on everything. We're going to want something different, a bit more neutral maybe. Tom was talking about grey and he was looking yesterday, but the hard thing there is that it can't be too dark on the terracotta wall, because then that would look weird. But it has to be like a hard enough contrast with the coconut wall. So then we're struggling with what type of grey you would use. Yeah, it's leaving us a bit confused or a bit unsure, to be honest. So if you got any suggestions, then please let us know. We don't want just white. That's the thing. We know that a lot of people just have white, but we wanted something different this time. But then obviously it's a lot harder to decide. Oh yeah, Tom also started to put up like skirtings and a couple of more like, I don't know what they call, täckskivor, passbitar in the kitchen the other day. So that is also starting to come together, which is nice. It's all just coming along nicely, I think. And it's nice to feel like we're getting some kind of normal household back, to be honest. After we get this table done, we can throw the other one out, clear up that corner, and then we're actually gonna have somewhere to eat again. That's gonna be nice. It's funny these days because obviously we've had to eat on the sofa for so many weeks, months. The kids find it proper luxury to eat around the table. They were like cheering the other week when we were like, oh, should we eat around the table today? Should we clear up and see if we can manage it? And they were like, yes, finally. Normally kids find it exciting to eat in front of the telly and on the sofa. Our kids is the other way around.
Alright, so I have finished the table and I've let it rest for like an hour and a bit. So now it should be like dry to touch. And I love it. Honestly, I think it looks so good. So now I'm thinking I'm going to clear out the corner with the old table and move that out and push this in there and see, because I think it looks quite big, to be honest. The whole reason why we bought this table is, well, first of all, Tom fancied a round table. So when I found this at a second-hand shop for so cheap, I thought, I'm going to get it. The one that we got now, we also bought second-hand, if you remember, just to have a table. And it costed us like $8 maybe. It was really cheap. And to be fair, I do love that table, but you can only fit like your plates. You can't fit like the pots and the actual food on there. You have to serve everything and keep everything in the kitchen, and then you just bring your plate, because you can't fit more than 4 plates on this table. So it feels a little bit small, and it's like got massive holes in it and stuff. I love it because it looks like rustic and nice, but it's not great for food, because if you spill something, it goes into the holes and then you can't get it up. So I think this is going to be a lot better. Plus that right now we can't have, well, I mean, the house is a state, so of course we can't have people around, but we can't have people around for dinner, because if we ask somebody to come here to eat, we're like, here's some food, sit on the floor and eat. So one of these tables where you can extend it, I think is going to be really good for us, because then if we got people around, you can extend it, and yeah, it will make the cabin feel quite tight and small, but at least you can fit everybody around the table. So right, I'm going to try this. Obviously, there's still cables and loads of crap in this corner from other stuff that I can't move. So it might feel a bit tighter now than it's going to be in the end, but I'm going to attempt it anyway. I'm going to try it and see and hope that it don't feel like way too big. Imagine if it's too big now and would put all of this work into it. Alright, honestly, I think it looks really great if you don't focus on all the crap that's behind the table. I think that when we've tied it up and when we've got all these bits that's going up in the kitchen, when that's up and not behind here, and we moved some bits around, then I don't think it's going to feel too big. Like right now it feels quite big. I think it'd be fine when we're finished. So I am happy with my result, and I think it looks really good. Like this dark color of the wood looks really nice against the kitchen and against the terracotta wall. I'm super happy with it. Also, a bit of a problem right now is the fact that we got the new kitchen floor that is a different level, it's a bit higher compared to the living room floor, which is not going to be like that in the end, but obviously we're not finished that either, just like everything else. So this chair is also a bit wobbly, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It looks brilliant. I'm happy with it. Job well done. But anyway, I feel like this has been a very long video and very much just one project, so I apologize for that. So if you've watched to the end, then thank you very much. So a massive thank you to all the channel members. As always, it means so much to us that you want to come in and support the channel in that way. We are growing every week, and it means, like I said, it means so much to us. And to everybody else, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you next week. Bye!